Hello again, everyone. This is Kevin Johnson of Leverage Consulting, and you are listening to the Organizational Excellence Podcast. Today's topic is one that should apply to anyone who owns their own business, anyone who helps or manages a business, and quite honestly, if you're in sales or if you're one of those folks who are on the front line and you really do care about where you work, this one should be really meaningful to all of you. It should be impactful for every one of you. This whole topic, and that topic is competition, this whole topic got fired up really just this week when I saw in many circles the whole concept of Walmart going into the world of dentistry. And I think it's infuriating some folks. Some people are literally doing a face palm. Some people are just bewildered by this. But this is an awesome opportunity to step back and look at it from the big picture and then how this applies to you. Walmart got into the world of dentistry. There are somewhere in the neighborhood of 300 million people in this country, and literally at least, depending on age groups and things like that, as a pediatric patient, they should be going to see the dentist by at least 18 months old. And if we start doing some calculation of this, I'm going to say at least 250 million people in this country should be going to the dentist on a regular basis. It's just like food. We need it daily. And just like going to the dentist, we should be visiting them at least twice a year. We have to look at, why would Walmart go into dental care? Well, if you think about just the need that's out in the community, then you can kind of see from a cash flow standpoint, this is an awesome world to get into. So as a business owner, why would you not get into something that literally everyone on the face of this planet needs, everyone in the country needs, everyone in your state needs? Here's the thing. I think it has rattled a lot of cages because Walmart has no business getting into the world of dentistry, yet they've been in the world of optometry for quite some time. They have served food for quite some time. They've done a lot of other things. So why would they not branch out into other areas? But here's the real question. Are you really competing with Walmart? I want to draw a couple of examples and analogies for all of you. First is, let's take clothing as an example. You can go to Walmart and you can buy clothes. And there is a time and place for clothing that comes from Walmart. Not knocking it in any way, shape, or form. But look at around the country, look in your town for the number of small boutiques that sell clothing that might run anywhere from, say, $80 to $200 for a shirt, or a cute pair of shoes that might be $80 to $300. A cute little purse, a tiny little purse, might run anywhere from $100 to $300 or $400. And you can go to the mall and spend a lot more than that. So even with clothing, we have a wide range. We have small boutiques that sell high-end clothing. And really, when I say high-end clothing, we can go spend thousands of dollars on one article of clothing, but I'm talking about maybe something that's a little bit more mainstream. Let's take it to a different example. We have manufactured homes. There is a time and place for manufactured homes, but there are also folks that are interested in a custom home that's built to their specifications, and one that has all of their color choices, one that has all of their needs and wants in that house, and it's designed the way they want it. Within a manufactured home, you can have a number of those things, but you are also going to be limited in many fashions because, let's face it, your house has to come in on a trailer. And again, we're not knocking the idea because there is a time and place for both a custom home and a manufactured home. Let's take it to another example. We have McDonald's. McDonald's is not health food. McDonald's is really I think most of us would agree it's not even really good food, but it's just there and it's available and it's cheap. Also, again, look around your town and consider how many good restaurants are in town. And I'm not even talking about just better chains. I'm talking about more of the standalone steakhouses, the really good Mexican restaurant in your town that has more authentic food. Those types of places. So when we compare the two, and we have McDonald's, which you can be in and out of there for, I guess, for $3 to $5 if you want to eat cheap, Or if you go somewhere where it might be considered a little bit more on the end of the spectrum where we're talking about fine dining, then yeah, the cost is going to be more. It's somewhere in the neighborhood of, for an individual, you might spend $50 to $100 somewhat easily. And that's, of course, including drinks. How do we boil all this down? All this gets boiled down to we are comparing high service, high cost, like boutique clothing, versus low service, low cost, Walmart. When we're getting our cages rattled or we're concerned over the fact that Walmart is getting into dentistry, or no matter what industry you are in the world of real estate, we have these online programs that people think, well, I can save out on commissions, and they could literally make mistakes that the individual could make a mistake. The home buyer could make a huge mistake buying in the wrong area because they went with a low service, low cost service. This all has to come back to your given business, what you do for a living, and the service that you provide. When we're worried about the low service, low cost competitors that are out there, are you really trying to compete with them? I believe the concern by most is that they're going to take business from me. And again, there's more than 300 million people in the United States alone. We're not even talking about the people outside this country. But if we just keep it inside the United States, we have a lot of opportunity out there. Even Amazon does not service everyone in the United States. There's a lot of folks out there that decide, I'm going to shop local and I'm going to support the folks in my town, and I'm not going to be a frequent customer of Amazon. So with that, bring it back to your business and your team. And are we really getting worried because we're trying to compete with Walmart on their level? And I hope not, because the majority of the people that listen to my podcast are the types that are in more of a high service, high touch, high cost, higher. And when I say high cost, I just mean high relative to Walmart pricing. You're getting what you paid for. So this is your litmus test in your business, in your practice, with your team. If we step back and look at the big picture of our business, are we providing the high service and high touch for our customers? Or is the service that we provide, the experience that we provide, more looking towards that Walmart end of the service level? If you even have a concern that our services could even be considered the same or in the same category as Walmart, then you have work to do. From a mental standpoint, from an attitude standpoint, don't even consider yourself to be competing with Walmart, because those of you who own your own business, who are providing a higher level of service, you're not in it to capture the same customers who are going to walk into Walmart. You're in it to capture the people who would say, that's nice. That's more like McDonald's, and I'm not interested in McDonald's. I'm interested in the 16-ounce ribeye that came on a plate with a phenomenal level of service, and my drink is never allowed to go dry, and my waiter or waitress knows when to be at the table. They know what questions to ask. They know what's in the specials. They're phenomenal at what they do. They have us laughing, joking, great interaction. That's the experience. So if your concern is that Walmart's getting into the world of dentistry, focus on your own house, focus on your own team, and just sit back and question, are we really trying to compete with Walmart with their cheap prices and their low service? I doubt it. Just make sure your team is providing the level of service that meets or exceeds the price point or the cost that you're charging your customers for the phenomenal experience that they're getting. So that, my friends, I'm jumping off my soapbox. I hope you enjoyed that one. And I've got another great podcast coming up for you soon.